They're all saying that he mentioned a lot of times about the future, he going away, or he changing personality, or changing names, or disappearing. Is it true?
Yes, I mean, based on everything I've learned,
Yeah.
in all these years, again, for those who are opposed to this, and I always say, it's become a mantra for me. I always say, to each their own, as long as you're not an asshole about it. In other words, you can agree to disagree as long as you're respectful.
Yeah.
But online, we know how it all works online. People are just like, you're full of shit, and it's just, that's not going to be a healthy dialogue, and generate thought. But I digress. But yeah, he definitely spoke to a select few people over the years, not only about quitting the Doors and moving on. He felt he was too old. He was maturing. He said 27 is too old to be a rock star. He was making plans for the future. And based on what I've learned, those plans included going under a different name and leading a new life. Now, what's incredible, and I'm sure you saw this in Before the End, this didn't start in 69, 70, or 71, near the end of the Doors era. This went back 10 years to when he was in high school. He first spoke to a handful of his high school friends around 1960, 61.
Yeah.
And said, someday I'm going to disappear and lead an anonymous life, or something to that effect. And this is when he's like 17 years old. And they said, they looked at him like, what? Like they didn't even know what to make of it. They thought he was just being, goofing around, joking,
Yeah, I loved the moment where there was one of the women say that he also said that he want to move to Africa and Morocco, and
yes.
that the supposed dealer in Paris moved to Morocco a day after he died.
Yep, it's incredible. He told that to Sally Stevenson. I would like to say, rest in peace to Sally Stevenson. She just passed away a couple of months ago.
Oh, rest in peace.
And she also was just absolutely vital to my process, in my research. And I begged her for years, to do an interview, and she finally did it, and I'm very grateful for that.
God bless her.
Yeah, so thank you, Sally, wherever you are. I mean, it's incredible. He told, according to what Sally said, he spoke of going to Africa. He wanted to explore Africa, just as the famous poet Arthur Rimbaud had done nearly 100 years earlier, Mm-hmm. So I really do believe, I mean, at the risk of oversimplification, I believe that Jim mapped out his own sort of stage play, if you will, or film, with himself in the lead role, and then he acted it out. He manifested it. He conjured it, almost as if it were magic. And he started this when he was a young guy in high school. And I'm sure he didn't have it all mapped out, but I think he had a basic plot line of how he was going to do this. And he made it happen. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. As you may remember in Before the End, I asked Frank Wagner point blank, what he thought of the Count, Jean de Bretagne, Pam, his girlfriend, Jim's girlfriend's boyfriend and heroin dealer.
Okay, yeah.
And the one who went to Morocco, as you pointed out. And Frank was the only person in all the people I interviewed. He was the one person who had nice things to say, a pleasant opinion of the Count. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was just fascinating, because everyone else wants to demonize the Count as, he was a drug dealer, a heroin dealer, he was an awful person. And maybe he was, but at any rate, it is a fascinating scenario to entertain.
Yeah.
Could this guy have helped instead of, there are rumors with Marianne Faithfull, who was also the Count's girlfriend, that he killed Jim with his heroin. And I said, well, what if we flip it around? What if he could have helped Jim? Because he had a pilot's license, he flew. What if he could have helped take Jim from Paris to Morocco,
Yeah.